Here on the Transparent FX Academy, every day I share my best market breakdowns, showing you guys how you have to analyze the market both from a technical and in order flow perspective to see where you can be looking for the next potential opportunities in the forex market. So without further ado, let's go straight to the charts and see which is today's pair. In today's video, I want to speak about AUDCHF. Now, why do I want to speak about AUDCHF? Well, at the moment, we do have quite interesting price action and structure for a potential opportunity. So as usual, I will be performing a complete multi-time frame top-down analysis, starting from the higher time frames, then going down on the lower ones. And as usual, I will be keeping this as educational as possible. We will also check out what we have from a COT perspective. So commitment of traders, which is basically what hedge funds, so the non-commercials in the market are doing. Now, starting here from the monthly time frame, what do we have? Now, here on the monthly, we can see how the market has just provided a strong impulse to the upside, followed by this correction. Now, in general, after an impulse, if you want to measure the correction, you have to take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. And if we do that, what we can see is that the market has already retraced all the way down to the 0.382 of the Fibonacci taken on this monthly impulse, which is a quite strong support zone that we do expect this market to reject to the upside. Now, if we look left, we can also see how this 0.32 is actually creating a layer of a support, which is in confluence with this previous structure support here and again support here, which obviously now that the market has broken into the upside is once again turned support. So we have confluence of support at this level that the market has just tested, and also from a pattern perspective we have an impulse in a correction. So basically we can definitely expect the market from a monthly perspective to provide a rejection to the upside. So the monthly is absolutely bullish. Let's go down on the weekly time frame and see what we have on the weekly. Now, here on the weekly time frame, we can see that at the moment the market is testing weekly supply and resistance. In fact, we can see how exactly from this high the market had started this move to the downside, and at the moment we're testing the exact same level. So there is definitely the possibility to see the market provide a rejection to the upside if we will successfully break and close above this structure. But in general, we already had a break of structure. Why did we have a break of structure? Because if we zoom in, what we can see is that we had an impulse correction, lower low and equal high. Now, in general, when you have an impulse correction, lower low and equal high, what you expect after that is for the market to provide a retracement before then is seeing a continuation to the upside, basically for the completion of this inverted head and shoulders. So here in the monthly time frame, actually here on the weekly time frame, what we expect is for the market to provide a short-term rejection to the downside before then seeing a continuation to the upside and basically seeing the market printing this inverted head and shoulders. So monthly looks bullish, and on the weekly we can expect a short-term correction before then a continuation to the upside. Just a quick thing, make sure that you like and subscribe, and also let me know in the comments the topic that you will like in the next video. Going down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Now here in the daily time frame, we can see that everything is aligning exactly with what we have already identified on the monthly and weekly. In fact, we can see here how from a daily perspective, we have just successfully broken above a very strong area of previous daily resistance, which was acting as resistance here, again resistance here, and again resistance here. And since the market has now broken above this level, all this previous resistance is now turned support here. And we can expect the market to go to retest this previous support, a previous resistance turned support, and then we can expect the market to provide a rejection to the upside, meaning that we expect a short-term correction before then a longer-term continuation to the upside and creation of a higher high. Now, also here on the daily, after an impulse, if we want to measure the correction, we have to take our Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. And we can see how also here the market is creating a confluence of support given by this 0.32 with this previous resistance turn support And also here, we expect the market to go and test this confluence of support, basically to grab liquidity at this area before then getting rejected to the upside. So at the moment, monthly, weekly, and daily are all indicating for a potential correction before then a continuation to the upside. Now, if we go and see what we have from a COT perspective, so commitment of traders, which is basically what hedge funds, so the non-commercials in the market are doing, we can see that overall, the AUD has been getting weaker from a COT perspective. In fact, we went from having 12K to having minus 17K net positions. However, look at what we're having with the last report. Even though net positions are dropping, hedge funds with the last report have reported an increase of 15.9K long positions, meaning that even though everything looks bearish, they have already started adding longs. And if we will see now a move to the downside and retest of this confluence of support, they will also have the possibility to close shorts and open more longs, basically providing the accumulation that we need in order to create this continuation to the upside. And if we go and see what we have on the CHF, we can see that how overall on the CHF, hedge funds have been increasing their net positions lately, going from minus 4K to 13.5K. However, also here, we now see shorts getting added with the last report after quite some time, meaning that they have once again started adding shorts, which means that if AUDCHF will provide a move here, there is the possibility to add more longs on the AUD and open more shorts on the CHF, which definitely would lead for AUDCHF to create a move to the upside. So how we will be approaching this potential longing opportunity with students? Now, as usual, we will be reactive and not predictive. If the market will provide a correction back inside of this zone, inside of here, what we will be doing with students is monitoring price action from a 4-hour perspective and lower. Now, why we will be monitoring price action on the 4-hour and lower? Because monthly, weekly, and daily, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective combined with the COT data. But when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the 4-hour and the other intraday time frames. So with students, we will be monitoring price action from a 4-hour perspective and lower during this move to the downside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bearish market, as we will have, to an intraday bullish market. And as soon as the market will shift from an intraday bearish to an intraday bullish market, at that point, we will be adding AUDCHF to our watch list. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice long with a good risk to reward and good probabilities at that point for the move to the upside and for the market to complete this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside and for the market to provide and create a higher high. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you smash that like and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free analysis education and updates for all of you. You can also click the link in the description that brings you to the mentorship program. It's a very complete program. First, you learn all the rules of my rule-based strategies, and then you trade the strategies with me. Every day, I give you a new daily market breakdown showing you how to apply the strategies with the entry, stops, and take profits. And you can also ask questions and get the answers the same day with the Q&A session. So it's a very complete program. I really suggest that you go and check it out. The link is in the description, and I will see you in my next video.